Hello there guys, Raj here. I hope all of you guys are well. As you can see, I'm joined by my dad again. Nice to have you on my channel again. In case you guys weren't aware, about a year and a half, probably about a year and a couple of months ago, my dad came onto my channel and we just talked about fragrances really. We had your collection lined up here and it was quite a well-received video. Everyone liked having you on, they were very impressed.
Good.
Yeah, so I thought, it's been almost a year now, but you know, better late than never. So I'll leave the link down to that video, but this video we're going to talk about one of my dad's fragrances, which has pretty much come to an end now. This one is Clive Christian's X for Men. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go into the presentation. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts. My dad's going to give you some of his thoughts, but let's start off with the presentation. And this comes in a 30 ml, a 50 and 100. This particular version comes with this box and is the eau de parfum version, but I believe there is also a higher concentration as well. So it sits in this sort of like foam, almost satin-like box, and it's a nice, really nice presentation. You've got the crown here, very elegant looking. It's a Clive Christian fragrance, X over here, London, England. And overall it's just a really nice presentation. A 50 ml of this, and now this is it's a pricey fragrance, so prepare yourself guys. 50 ml goes for £225 and 100 ml will sell for £350. The notes for this one, in the opening you get cardamom, pink pepper, ginger and bergamot, and then in the heart there's iris. There's also some violet and some cinnamon, and then going into the base there is vetiver, tree moss and vanilla. So Dad, so Clive Christian, so how did you hear about the brand? What was your experience of Clive Christian before buying X for Men?
Right, before I go into that story, Christmas has just finished and we're coming up to the new year. So can I wish you and your cyber friends out there Happy New Year, and may the good Lord give you what you actually deserve. As far as Clive Christian is concerned, his article appeared in one of the Sunday magazines. I think it was Sunday Times magazine.
Okay.
And that's where they mentioned the perfume. And I cannot remember which department store in London I was, maybe Selfridges, maybe what other places?
Maybe Harrods or someplace like
Harrods,
that.
something like that. I was in their department stores, and I just by chance had a sniff, as it were,
Okay.
of the perfume, which turns out to be the Clive Christian one.
Okay, sure.
And you know how it is. You sometimes visit a place and you get this overwhelming feeling that you've been there before.
Sure.
You feel comfortable, or you meet somebody and although you had never seen them before, you just feel safe with them.
Okay, sure.
That is the overwhelming feeling I got when I first smelled the perfume.
Okay.
I'm not an expert in any of this field, but I just thought this is what a proper perfume should smell like, should have the aroma of.
So it very much resonated with what.
That's right.
views on
It was my
fragrances.
inner feeling. I thought anyone else or any other person, this would be the benchmark to which they would have to aspire to.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And then you were telling me earlier that you bought there's like a trio set or like a
That's right.
travel set or something.
That's right. I think there was an offer going on in order to experience all three perfumes by Clive Christian. They had sort of mini bottles. They were travel edition, really,
Yeah.
which you would take on holiday. And although it cost me the earth, I thought I'll buy them.
Well, they certainly are expensive, and actually those travel sets are quite good. I've seen them in store. I still think they do them, and I've seen them on their website as well. So I think they come in either 10 or I think it might be 30 mls.
Yeah.
So good way of getting your hands on the fragrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly run through my thoughts on this fragrance. I pretty much used up the last spray, and I've used this fragrance before. I've stolen a couple of sprays from this bottle, and I've obviously smelt it on you quite a few times. And for me, this is a really classy fragrance. It's long-lasting. The major notes for me are cardamom. Cardamom for me is one of the best spices in men's fragrances. It just somehow feels really classy and not too harsh on the nose.
Can I? The number of perfumes and products out there, when you first smell them, they smell sweet, sickly sweet,
Yeah.
like candy
Yeah, yeah.
or a bubble gum.
Yeah.
And you get the impression that they've been put together by a third-year chemistry student in his back garden.
Maybe it has.
Maybe, and these perfumes by the various houses in Paris are, those guys they know what they're doing, and they search the world here and there for the ingredients.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they know how, they are real chemists. They know how things are put together.
Yeah, yeah.
And quality, you can feel, you can smell it.
From the first sniff, you just could tell.
Absolutely.
Straight away. Yeah, I agree as well. Actually, the perfumer, it's a British brand, by the way, but the perfumer is Gazerchen. And I think he uses a nice mixture between synthetics and naturals, and it smells very authentic to me. The cardamom note in there. There's also a smooth, grassy, slightly smoky vetiver note, another very masculine note in here. Quite zesty in the opening, a bit of bergamot in there, and is woody. And overall, it's not a fussy fragrance, I don't think. I think it's quite refined and enough complexity in there not to overwhelm you.
Yes, this is why I like it. It is, what's the word? It's not in your face.
Yeah.
People will be aware of this perfume around you after a while, and it's like a blanket which envelopes you,
Yeah.
in a very pleasant way.
I think that's right, yeah, and I think the sillage on this fragrance, so the sillage, in case you don't know, is the scent trail that you leave behind or that follows you or whatever, that you leave in a room. And I've smelt this on you multiple times, the sillage. I know that my mum and my aunt and even like family friends when you've worn this have also commented that it's I think it's a compliment getting fragrance for sure. Yeah. Do you see a certain person, a certain age, as an image of an individual that comes into your mind, or do you think it's for anyone really, for all ages?
See, Raj, nowadays people have got so much disposable income. You see complete idiots with products. I hope I'm not being, what's the word for it? If it's your money, you have earned it, spend it as you like it. But don't be pretentious about it. This perfume is very expensive, and even now, even if I had the money, I would think twice before I bought a bottle. Yeah. Or even if I can afford it, it's value for money.
Sure. Well, actually, I'll tell the story of when you bought this fragrance in the full size. I can't remember exactly where we were, but me and mum, we went, me and my mum and dad, we were in central London, so we must have been like at a restaurant or somewhere. And we stopped by Fortnum & Mason, which is an amazing department store and have probably one of the best fragrance departments in London for sure. And we were talking to the guy there at the counter, going back and forth for a long time, and you just bought this on the spot. I was like really shocked. I just couldn't believe that you just spent quite a lot of money on this really good fragrance, just like that. But you did, and you've had it for a few years now, and you've really cherished it, I would say. But you mentioned that you would think twice about it. What do you think? It is quite expensive. Would you buy it again? Were there any alternatives you would?
It's like a Rolls Royce and a Bentley. You may have experienced a Rolls Royce before, but Bentley is equally good.
Sure.
And currently, for your friends out there, I'm driving an American car, which is a Chrysler 300C. Beautiful car. When it was manufactured, the company was owned by Daimler Chrysler. So the engine is Mercedes-Benz, and the chassis is Mercedes-Benz as well. Okay. So what I'm saying is, same with Clive Christian. You asked me, would I buy it again? Yes, But there is an alternative, Almond Jane. I think we went there.
Yeah, you've also got that. It was featured in the video we last did. Almond Man is the name of the fragrance.
Yeah.
Same perfumer, actually. Gives a shot.
Yeah.
So you would probably maybe go for that one instead?
I mean, quite frankly, I got confused. I'm thinking I'm smelling Clive Christian.
Yeah.
But the smell, same signature or the makers.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
So maybe the ingredients or the accords that they've created and put together are shared. And I think, for sure, there is a similarity between the two. And also some differences, but I think that would be a good value alternative. Almond Jane's Almond Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers it then. So I think, Dad, really good to have you on again. I know everybody who watched the last video really enjoyed hearing your thoughts, so I'm sure they will again. And I'd like to echo what my dad said in the start. Hope you guys have a great 2019.
Yeah.
And maybe
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And I hope you guys have all your dreams and wishes come true. And whatever your plans are, fragrance-wise or career-wise or whatever, I hope it all goes to plan. So it's bye from me.
Yeah, thank you very much. And see you some other time. Yeah.
See you soon, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.